All right, we're joined by South Carolina head coach and student athletes Kaylia Snare and Victoria Williams. Coach, you want to start us with an opening statement?
Sure, we're excited. We're excited to be here in Tucson at the University of Arizona. I think University of Arizona historically has hosted for so many years. It's exciting. It's exciting to be here, and I'm excited to display our super team here. And we're led by our senior class. I've got 2 of them here today, but you know, I feel like our team is very well prepared for postseason. We've played a strong non-conference and SEC schedule. And I think our team believes that when we play well, we can play with anybody in the country. So we're excited to be here.
What's been the process like building this team back up from when you took it over to right now?
It's certainly been a process, but I think it takes having talented players. And so we recruited this senior class with the pitch of, hey, do you want to be the one to come in and change a program? You know, they certainly had opportunities to go to other places and be a part of what was already there. But I think this senior class were the ones that bought in and said, hey, we want to be difference makers. And they've lived up to that. This is our 5th regional in a row since I've been the coach, but for the seniors, this is their 4th time coming back to the NCAA tournament. And I think they're ready to go out with a bang.
What was your guys' initial reaction on playing in Tucson and seeing Arizona and the other teams that are in this field this weekend?
Our initial reaction, we were really excited, especially for the senior class. We've gone to Florida State 3 times in a row, so we got excited that our name wasn't called then. And it's nice to be able to come to Arizona, get a new change, and really take on that challenge here.
And also, like, we've been playing this top talent every single weekend in the SEC, so this isn't really anything new for us, and so we're excited to display what we've got over here in the West Coast.
When you're preparing for regional, how much do you look at all 3 teams, and how much do you focus on just tomorrow's game?
Well, I tell you, it's a quick turnaround because you are preparing all 3 opponents. But that was my message to the team: is our first game is against St. Francis, and you know, everybody wants to talk about the national seed in Arizona, and I was very clear to our team is we cannot overlook St. Francis. They've had an excellent season, and we talk about it all the time. All games count 1. And so it's very important that we take it game to game, and our focus has really been on game 1 in St. Francis.
What do you make of a program like that making its NCAA tournament debut this year?
I just ran into the coach coming over here, and this is their first NCAA experience, and I certainly remember mine. I think sometimes the first one's the hardest, and I think it sets the tone for a program and the expectations. So it's exciting for them, but they've had a fabulous season. They're a tough team, and we're looking forward to playing them.
You guys have played against an NCAA tournament team every weekend this year. Talk to me, especially as hitters, how that prepares you, knowing that you've seen NCAA caliber pitching every single weekend of the year.
It's just kind of comforting to know that we've seen the top pitching in the country every single weekend. So coming into this weekend, we know we're not going to see anything we haven't faced before. And as hitters, it's just really comforting to know that you've had the experience the entire season of seeing this top-tier pitching. And so for us, we know what we're going to see, and we're ready to see it.
For me, I talked to the team a little bit about how, you know, this season it was great playing the top 25, and we actually got a ranking too. So, you know, other people have to play a top 25 team, and that's us. And I think it just builds the confidence that we've played with those teams and that pitching and hit it well. And so, you know, every team, it doesn't matter if it's Arizona or St. Francis or New Mexico, you know, it's a pitcher that we want to beat. It doesn't matter the caliber or what they're throwing. It's a pitcher that we need to beat. So it's a confidence builder.
Take me back to the recruiting process that your coach talked about, what it would mean to have you guys. What do you remember about her message to you during recruiting?
I think it was a special time for me. When I was getting recruited, Nikki Blue was getting recruited at the same time, and I remember Coach Bev telling me, okay, well, we're kind of recruiting both of you, and she was waiting on to be able to tell a pitcher that she got a hitter, or a hitter to be able to tell me that she got a pitcher. And do you remember who got recruited first?
Yeah, I think it was all at the same time.
Yeah, I think I was actually second because I remember Coach Bev just, being excited and telling me, okay, now I have my pitcher and hitter, and of course, we built that class. But I remember on our recruiting trip, we were just so excited to be, their first class that they fully recruited as a coaching staff, and we took pride in that. There were 8 of us originally, and now there's 5 of us that were here in the beginning, and it's just really special, honestly, and we want to go out leaving our mark, and we've worked really hard to be able to build their legacy as well. So yeah.
For me, it was a really interesting process to be a part of because I'm from a small town in South Carolina, so not many people make it to the SEC level to play softball. But I remember when I was being recruited, Coach Bev told me that I was a red box on their paper, which meant I was a lefty power hitter, and that's what she wanted to bring to our team. And I remember she was so excited when I committed because she was like, yes, we have one more red box. And so it was just a really exciting process to be a part of because we knew as a group coming in that we were going to be those difference makers for this team, and it's just been exciting to be a part of that process.
Explain red box.
Go ahead.
Well, I just remember her saying that she was wanting to get some more diversity on the team because back then you probably had all righties.
We were right-handed dominant when we started.
Yeah, and she told me that she really loved that I threw right-handed, but I was a lefty power hitter, and because they didn't really have much of that then on the team, and so I was able to bring a little bit more diversity to the team. Because when I came, we only had 3 lefties, and now we have like 9, I think. So we're like taking over. So it was exciting to be one of the first red boxes that she recruited for the team. So.
What's Candrea's reputation in the SEC?
What's Candrea's reputation? I don't know about it in the SEC. I know how I feel about him. I mean, he's been, he's just been one of the idols, really, I think, as a young coach that I looked up to for a long time. If Mike Candrea had a DVD or a tape out, I mean, you were going to buy it and watch it. I had some experiences with Coach Candrea speaking at clinics. I've always found him to be so knowledgeable. But most impressive, really, just how he treats other coaches, and he's willing to share information. And so he's really been a leader in our sport. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and have always followed his career and his success here.
Is it fair to say that he's one of the reasons that softball's as big as it is now is because of what he was able to build here?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, he's touched softball at all levels. He coached the national team for years. I think a lot of the speed slap game started here. So I think he's touched it for years, and softball's done nothing but grow. But he's certainly one of the legends in our sport.
What have you two made of Hillenbrand today, just seeing it and hitting in practice so earlier?
You can go.
I've noticed that the ball tends to fly a little bit more here. I'm from California, so I'm used to this weather, and I prefer this air a lot better, honestly. But it's a beautiful stadium, and every team we go play, we have to get used to a different field. When we go out on the field, we have to focus on playing our game and adapting to the field changes, not letting any other discrepancies between our field and this field really take us out of our game. So it's nice that we get to practice before we play. Just so we can get a feel for it and be prepared on game day.
Yeah. And also, coming from the outfield, it's nice to know, how much room you have on the sides, how big the warning track is. So being able to come and practice on the field before you go and play is a really big advantage for us, and we really like to take advantage of that. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, ladies.
So well spoken. 4 years later.